So here we have these templates, right? This is the initial template. Maybe we'll go into the timeline one here. I'll minimize my images. So we've got this. It looks great, fantastic. I can go into layouts here, and I'll go to my magazine, and in the design library, I've loaded up a couple other magazines that I like. Normally, I've got my basic wedding magazine layout, and if I were to do this one here, I got to move my little screen share stuff. I could choose other layouts, right? So I've got my timeline one, the pricing, albums. For starters, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do the second version, Wedding Magazine V2. And we're looking at timelines, and I kind of like this, right? Well, if I choose that, the entire thing changes out, and that's fine. But what if I go back in and I want to just I like this left side. I only have 3 timeline things to address. I don't really have these other things. So I'll click back on layouts. And down here, this is addressing the full area. Well, I have already stated that I like my left side, but I want to change out the right. So I'm going to say, listen, I want to design for my right page. That's what I'm looking for. So you're going to notice the left page is going to stay the same in every single one of these layouts because I'm only switching out the right page. Okay, so my left side is staying the same because I'm only looking for the right page. So this one, so this looks kind of cool. I like that. So let me just snazz this up a little bit. I'll kind of throw in some photographs here of some pretty things. Let's see, like that. Cool. Now over here, maybe I like the bottom section of this, right? So I like this and this, but I'm still not feeling that. Well, let's delete that shenanigans. Okay. And let's go back into my layout. And so now what I could do is I could choose the remaining area. Okay. So you're going to notice the left side is staying the same in every single one of these layouts. The bottom right is the same in every single one of these layouts. And now all that's left is the top right. Well, if you guys saw, it's not even a full quarter of the space. So there's not going to be too many layouts that are going to be winners, but this is kind of nice. Or maybe let's go with maybe it's just a flourish. Maybe I just go with that. Or this one, About Us, right? So now I've got this whole new, but I just produced this completely customized with different layouts on the fly. I mean, again, just to show you guys, what if I deleted these 2 things? I'm I just want this top left. I go back into layouts. I'm going to choose the area. I'm going to choose only the remaining area. And you will notice, once again, everything else will be the same in all these designs except for the bottom right-hand corner. And so maybe now I like something like this, okay? And I can populate that with some artwork right there. Again, I'm not making a good design right now. I'm just showing you what you can do. It's the world is your oyster. And this is so
the text
great.
And move it around and resize it.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, maybe I really like this whole thing, right? The About Us stuff, but I'm not a huge fan of this content section up here being how it is. And so I'm a sucker for just putting in pretty details inside these type of view books. So I like my right side, not a fan of my left. So I'm going to click on layouts. I will keep my my right side of the page. And so I only want to be designing for the left. Notice the right side stays the same. I kind of like this full image with some flourish to it. That's kind of pretty. Maybe I can do her dress or something that's a little too much, a little gaudy. There, that's kind of pretty. So maybe I could do that, right? Again, just designing off the right. So I think now there's no excuse to not have a really beautiful magazine, view book, whatever you want to call it, guide. And the cool thing too, I'll stop sharing here for a second, but this is stuff that you guys can use, yes, for your pricing guides, but you could use this for also resources. This whole content creation, kind of nurturing clients is a big thing these days in regards to giving value, giving guides. So you could create, let's say, an engagement guide of the best engagement locations in your city with this. You could create a guide on just solely a guide on scheduling the day. What if you do a first look if you're a wedding photographer or something else? Any sort of guides you can produce.
You could list out your favorite florists and dress makers,
absolutely,
all that stuff, right?
Yep. So, and then you just render these out as PDFs, and now people could go on your website. They could download them directly from your site, from specific blog posts, however it is. So it doesn't just have to be about being like a pricing magazine or a pricing guide. When it's this easy to make this type of content, you can make really beautiful stuff.